Hey, what's up YouTube? It's abluegolfball today with another Pokemon TCG online video, and today I have for you guys Mega-AGGRON EX, finally making it to my channel. Mega-AGGRON EX has got the Megaton Slam. Flip a coin, if heads you can do 20 more damage. Remember, this is, you may flip a coin, so you don't have to choose to if you don't want to, right? If you got a Pokemon that's 120 HP or less, why would you want to flip anyways and take the chance and risk it? Unless you just want to be a daredevil and want to have fun. But, you know, yeah, you wouldn't need to. And if you're facing against, you know, Metal Weak Pokemon, right, like Kyurem or Fairy Pokemon, you don't need it to flip a coin. Megaton Slam would just do the knockout for you. So, but, hey, flipping and getting heads on other Pokemon for hitting for 240 damage is ridiculous. And I think that's what we want to pull off, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So Mega-AGGRON EX is going to be a ton of fun. We do have Victini here with Victory Star, allowing us to flip again if need be. So that's always a viable option there. Now, we also have Aggron EX, Raging Hammer, pretty pathetic, Steel Bullet, or Steel Headbutt. You know, pretty standard. We've seen this before in Next Destinies with like Reshiram EX and Zekrom EX. You know, flip a coin, you do 30 more damage. So pretty ho-hum, pretty average there. The support Pokemon that's going to really help accelerate this deck, since Mega-AGGRON needs 4 energies. We're going to be running a 2-2 line or 3-3 line of Bronzor and Bronzong for Metal Links. And, of course, we could do Hammer In. Just kidding. All right. We do have one Cobalion here for Iron Breaker and Energy Press. You never know when you run into Sigilyph or other Safeguard Pokemon. This Cobalion could be pretty handy there. I'm not sure. If we have a Muscle Band, but we don't play a Muscle Band, right? We could do Iron Breaker for knockouts, but I don't know. Maybe I should consider that. We do have a Cobalion X here for Righteous Edge. And Righteous Edge can be pretty handy to play against like Seismitoad EX, right? You know, just hitting it, getting rid of DCEs. Same thing goes for Mewtwo's and whatnot. But conveniently, right, the psychic resistance, so we can match up against Mewtwo pretty well, discarding DCEs. Steel Bullet, yes, we can do this for Pyroar if need be, but most likely we'll probably attack with Mega-AGGRON EX with that. But we can still knock out Sigilyph and Suicune with Steel Bullet, you know, since this can go through those kind of things. And finally, we got Mr. Mime with Bench Barrier, protecting our bench in case our Mega-AGGRON EX goes out of control with Megaton Slam and ends up knocking our own Pokemon out or something like that. That would be devastating. We do have one Battle Compressor just to get the energy into the discard pile. That way the Metal Energy can be used for Metal Links. We have one Computer Search as the aspect of choice, just allowing us for consistency in searching our Pokemon. We got one Escape Rope, one Professor's Letter, one Starlight Megaphone. 3 Switch. Now, we need 3 switches because our Pokemon are pretty heavy, and there could be situations for paralysis and whatnot. I did consider playing Keldeo, but, you know, having another Pokemon taking up space on the bench for both the Bronzongs, the Mr. Mime, and the Victini could be pretty hectic, especially if you want to have another Mega-AGGRON going on the bench, or you want to power up a Cobalion EX on the bench. A little bit too dense on the bench for me, so we'll try to go with 3 Switch. I don't know if that's going to be handy or not. 3 Ultra Balls, 2 Via Seekers, and starting with a supporter line of Colress, 2 Lysanders, 1 Lysander Trump card. Don't want to deck out 3 ends, and the one kind of replacing one of the ends is going to be Professor Birch's Observation. I'm kind of a fan of Professor Birch's Observation over 4 ends. You guys might think that's taboo, but you know, the end kind of, it's a very powerful card, and it's a very expensive card, especially when you get full art ends. But you know, I've seen to have scenarios where if you're down on prizes, you don't want to end yourself to a low hand size, or you don't want to give your opponent a bigger hand size, right? So kind of falling more in favor of at least one Professor Birch's Observation. We got 4 Junipers, 1 Skyla to search out that Spirit Link and stuff like that. We got Teammates, one of these. You never know when our Pokemon can get knocked out. We got 1 Mountain Ring in case we can't get a Mr. Mime out. This can be very helpful to prevent bench damage. We never really hit the bench anyway, so it's kind of more helpful for us than anyone else. We do have Steel Shelter to protect us from special conditions. 2 Aggron Spirit Links, 2 Float Stones, mostly just for the Bronzongs to retreat. 3 DCEs, 9 Metal Energies. That rounds out our deck. Let's go ahead and see this deck in action on Pokemon TCG Online. Alright, looks like we're playing against Zing Not Zing. Oh, sing, not zing. I don't know. Alright, so we're going to go and flip for heads. And yes, we're going to go first. Oh, man, didn't get anything off that. We do get a Aggron here. We also got a computer search, so we got some pretty good stuff to work with. Oh, boy. So my opponent does get a free extra card. We do get a Mr. Mime, so that's pretty nice. What I actually want to do here is probably... Oh, this is tough. I actually want to end right now. That way we can, at the very least, I want to get a Bronzor into play. Now, my opponent can actually give us a head ringer right now, and that would be pretty devastating. But in any case, we will end the turn. I will hang on to my Steel Shelter just to counter his Stadium. In the next turn, if we don't top deck a Spirit Link, I'm gonna end up just discarding my hand or just evolving, and yeah, I don't know. So alright, here we go. My opponent does give us the poison, and that's no good. We'll be hitting for quite a bit, especially the Night Attack. So 60 damage is gonna go on the Aggron EX. Probably should have retreated there, but alright, doesn't matter. We will stay asleep. My opponent didn't attack. Actually attacked the Bronzor on the bench. Let's go for that right there. Yeah, I'm actually gonna opt to play this on this guy there, and let's go for the. Yep. All right, we'll just Mega Evolve right now. End our turn. We got the Starling Megaphone in case we see something like a Muscle Band or maybe I don't know. But my opponent's gonna probably target this Bronzor on the bench and get a free prize. That's all right. What we're gonna do is just play it slow. It's gonna be a slow game. Man, pretty devastating. Couldn't get a single energy drop so far. That's definitely going to slow us down. My opponent does play a Starling Megaphone. Doesn't really matter. I mean, this would have got discarded anyways. You know, if I didn't play it, I would have Junipered it away. So, alright, so let's see. My opponent here is playing a DCE onto the Gengar from the bench and knocks out my poor little Bronzor. Poor guy, didn't stand a chance. And, oh, we got a Professor Birch's Observation. But why take the chance when you can just Juniper and get 7 cards anyways? So we get the Spirit Link. A little too late for that, buddy. Alright, so we get the Victini here. I'm actually going to go ahead, play the switch. And, I don't, why not? Right, I don't want to get a head ringer. Right, I don't want to get my head rung. And I'm just going to end my turn here. So here we go. It's my opponent's turn. We're just going to end up Junipering my VS Seeker away. I should have one more VS Seeker if need be. I can always Lysand or Trump card a couple of my cards back into my deck. My opponent here will probably target the Bronzor, most likely, using the Night Attack. We see, and that's exactly what my opponent does. Wow, we get 2 Junipers. That is just cruel. Alright, I don't want to do that. I'll just play the Professor Birch's Observation. Hit their heads. We got the heads anyways. There we go. There's the Bronzor, and there's that. We do get some energies, but can't actually get them into play, which is a big bummer here. The Bronzor, once again, has the once the full stone's on there, we're just going to end our turn. Oh boy, that's a bummer. 2 Bronzors here, so we only have 1 method to accelerate energy. Too bad our other Bronzor is already in the discard. Good thing we got an end there, so that gives us a chance to get at least 1 more Bronzor into play. My opponent goes for a Crushing Hammer, probably getting rid of the DCE, and rightly so he does. But if we can get, you know, if we can top deck an energy, that would be great. But we don't, and that's all right. What we're gonna do, I don't think we're gonna see another one in play. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to get 1 more Bronzor going. Hopefully my opponent does not target that Bronzor. Boy, this is a very slow start for us. We can get a 6-card draw here. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go for that. Alright, so here we go. We can energy accelerate a little bit more. We can evolve through the Bronzor in the next turn. But let's go ahead. We'll get rid of this here, the Spirit Link. No need for that. Got the Mega-AGGRON. No need for that either. We'll just go for the Bronzor just so my opponent knows, hey, you want to knock this out? Don't worry. I got another one coming. So, and here we go. The Mega-AGGRON is going to be coming out pretty soon. So this Bronzor is going to get knocked out. And here we go. We get to see the hypnotoxic laser. Doesn't matter. Our stadium counters that. We got the Mr. Mime, we got the Victini, another hypnotoxic laser. My opponent's thinning out his hand just to play probably like a bicycle or something like that. Nope, you see a Sycamore, so he's going to play those anyways. Got a Crobat in the discard pile. My opponent can knock out the Bronzong here, but yep, so that's what he chooses to do. Doesn't matter. He'll take 2 prizes, but we will have a shot at retreating if we can. So I'm going to go ahead and probably end my opponent. Oh, I don't even have an N. I do have a Colress though, so I might just go with that. We'll just go with Colress. And oh man, couldn't. Let's see here. I only got 3 energies here. I want to hang on to the energy card, but you know what? I might just get this card anyways. Boy, couldn't get anything there, and I'm just gonna end my turn. Where are my switches? I got 3 of them in this deck. I mean, come on. There's no switch. We've only seen 1 switch, 1 floatstone, 2 floatstones. Alright, 2 of my floatstones are gone. We see a aggro bite. Where the heck are my ends? I know I only play 3, but come on. I mean, you know, we even got to see the Lysander Trump card. My opponent here probably should start attacking, I don't know, maybe the Bronzong or something, but if anything, we are gonna start going for the Megaton Slam right about now. We got the switch finally, so we can switch into that. If my opponent counters the stadium, I'll be glad. I'll gladly accept that. And if we see the counter, I'll just retreat. Well, I'll just, you know, switch anyways, and then counter the stadium, and then we're just gonna go our way. My opponent plays for a teammates, knowing that I'm gonna knock out the Gengar EX. Alright, so it's my turn. We do see the drop there. We're just going to go for the switch. I have a fully powered up Pokemon here. Let's go ahead. We'll get some more energies into the discard pile. And we'll just Metal Link them onto our Cobalion. You never know when that can come in handy. Don't really want to end right now, but I'm gonna go ahead anyways. I'm going to end. And probably should have hung on to that because you never know when my opponent can counter my stadium. Let's go ahead and yes, I want to flip. Oh yes, we get heads, knocking out the Gengar, playing the end so that my opponent does not have the teammates. We're gonna have to wait and see if my opponent plays the teammates. We do see the Gengar out here able to do a Dark Corridor, but doesn't matter. We have the Lysander, so we would get poisoned. But we do have the Skyla, in which we can just go ahead and you know, go ahead and get the stadium. So here we go. We see the poison damage. It's gonna work its way. We'll play the Skyla for the stadium counter, and that way we'll just remove anything that you know, all special conditions. We'll get rid of those and go on our way. So my opponent here can choose Reshiram. I'll just knock it out. Zubat or Toxicroak, I'll probably knock those guys out. The one that I don't want to actually miss on the coin flip is Reshiram, right? Because my opponent can drop a DC and just knock it out, and that would be pretty devastating. But for now, whatever my opponent does, actually what I can do is just play the Skyla for the switch, and you know, kind of bide my time. That's an option as well, and just kind of hit for a Iron Breaker. But my opponent has a hard decision to decide here between Toxicroak or Reshiram or Zubat. We see here my opponent might end up running out of time, and Cammy is gonna say, "Yep, too bad, so sad," and he's gonna call it game, and we win. Mega-AGGRON being able to hit for a Megaton Slam wins the game for us. What do you guys think of that, huh? Oh boy, Megaton Slam. 240. We dealt only 240 damage, and our biggest attack was 240 damage. So that was a slow game. That was a hard game and a tough game. But I am out of time here. I wish I could have showcased Mega-AGGRON EX a little bit more. But, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys have anything else. I only had 5 cards left, so I could have decked out, you know. I think I did have 1 more VS Seeker, so I probably could have used that and played Lysander's Trump card. So that was an option there as well. But my opponent couldn't choose and ended up losing the game. Yeah, if you guys have any other deck ideas, let me know. And I will certainly try to get that deck built for you guys and showcase it for you. So everyone, you guys have a good day. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.